section 3 is going to be much different from the first two sections here. I don't really mean like, you know, oh, there's going to be a few different decorations. No, this is the real deal, man. This is where we're going to start moving on to rides that have two sections, like two like blocks. So usually when you get like a ride, you go to like build a ride, usually it just has one, right? But for this section, we got to use rides with two. You know, these are much higher up levels. So if you haven't unlocked them already, I'm sure there's a tutorial on YouTube to get these. And if not, you probably could have unlocked them from like getting the money like here and building these rides at the park. You know, they like unlock, you know, like that. But yeah, these rides right here with the 2 blocks or 2 blocks wide, we got to use these, and they're very expensive to build, to say the least. But we're gonna use the ones with 2 and not 3. Don't be mistaken for the 3. Those ones suck. Yeah, we're gonna start off with, what is this, the Beyond Vertical Drop Coaster. Yeah, this is fairly new actually. First I'm gonna start off by building a little guy here. So what yep, okay, to double check that. Yeah, this path has to be very aligned here because these rides are fairly big. Of course I gotta add a lantern here, I mentioned previously. Also, you might notice the game looks a little different here at the bottom. It might be because the newer version. But anyway, I'm gonna move down to the Beyond Vertical Coaster here, and as I did with this side of the park, I'm gonna build it right next to the bathroom, which is a little nasty if you really think about that. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna build up 2, do the little entrance thing, and this is just gonna be a little bit different from how I usually do it, but as you can see, it works perfectly fine. Okay, people are already starting to use the bathroom, so I can't even close off this section. You know what? Nah, I'm just gonna delete that. Be aware that, you know, there are bathrooms right here. You know, I'll just put them right back, whatever. So now I just gotta build the path here. If I remember, yeah, it's 3 blocks wide. Spending money with elegance, bro. What a dream it is to be rich. Now there's somebody in the server here that's a little bit richer than me. He probably has a better money farm in my. I went to check it out earlier. But anyway, I'm gonna move on to hyper coaster. Go up to. Sometimes you don't even need to build up to. Let's test it. Never mind. Yeah, I did have to build up to for this one. Because if you accidentally, like, you know, mess up with that, then it can become very traumatic. Then people die. Plenty of videos. A live leak. Roblox Theme Park Tycoon live leak. That'd be actually crazy. I wonder if that exists. Wait a minute. This is the same ride. What? Yo, they look exactly the same. Dude, this. Oh my gosh. These new updates are just getting better and better, man. I'm impressed, man. And I could probably do one more ride here. Inverted coaster. But if you haven't noticed already, this whole deal with the money farm thing, it's pretty much just one big repetition for all of the rides. And I'd say that's pretty easy to repeat, except for the 3rd row, because these are all 2 block wide rides. Oh, that's... Oh, wait. Yeah, just match it up, you know, drag your cursor down, and oh, wait a minute, that's too far. Oh yeah. That's for the next section, actually. I was about to build that. Okay, and now I can open this up. Okay. So now for the stalls, we're gonna have a similar orientation as the other side here. Now, you might have noticed that all the original stalls have came back. Now, I believe, now, if you get to the end of this section and you don't have anything else to build, I'll suggest, you know, taking one from the end of the row, putting it right there. Boop, and do the same for the next stall. So now, we got the stalls in, and of course, you gotta add the, it doesn't really matter the positioning of your lights here, just as long as they're there. It doesn't really matter. And then of course you can't forget the trash cans. Go right next to the stalls. These are essential. If you get a single trash can, oh man, there will be trash all over the ground and you won't be able to unlock this kind of trash can, which is, in my opinion, the best trash can, but I'll let that be up to you. It also allows people to just, you know, go into this area and not have to see a bunch of trash on the ground. Okay, and of course for the hat stalls, we literally the exact same. It really goes to show how easy it is to make this. Just copy and paste. Now, yeah, the balloon stall is kind of expensive, so I mean, if you grinded, I mean, you're probably gonna be good. I wouldn't worry too much about these. These are just basically extra. They do contribute a good amount of like the money going into your. There we go. I got those in now, but we gotta add the bathroom stalls here, and then the decoration. Okay, so then you gotta add these little park benches inside of here. Sometimes people actually sit in them, which is pretty nice. Yeah, look at that. Park guest count is actually doing very well, even though, you know, the park isn't even that big. I have bought some park expansion slots though, which is probably something you want to do right after you finish grinding. I usually do that. Then these end sections here, you probably want to find 2 rides of the same size, you know, length and width right here. So I usually go with like a twister. It's not too long and not too big. It'll probably go out just like 1 set out. 1, 2, 3. 2 is usually good enough for the queue path because they sometimes do get long lines and stuff. Actually, hold on. Try that again. Yeah, for this end section, I'm gonna put a twister right here because I just remembered you can put the exit as like a normal path, and you know the people at your park probably won't really notice anyway. And make sure that queue path is 2 out. Ride it. So now I can like, well, let's see. They usually see if 2 rides match up like in size. They usually just layer it on top of each other and it matches up, and they get to the other side and boom. Kind of hard to see. Hold on, go all the way down. Add that right there. Zoom in, add the 2 queue paths, and then open it up. And now you have section 3. Pretty epic, honestly. Now I can have the path so that people can enter, and we'll see. As you can see for my lights here, these are not any normal lights. These are lights that turn off during the day. A little setting you can put in right here when you click on it. And then to spread it across the part, of course, you know, the bigger. That is section 2 and 3.
You thought it was over.
Very good.
Ha!
So I'm gonna have a good guess and say that you have been grinding to get this next portion ready, right? Now, I have certainly let this money farm go for a while overnight. I got, you know, 1.2 mil. Pretty nice, right? It's got all the stuff that we've worked on these past few little things I've been doing here. Very cool. Of course, you know, once you finish building the basic layout of your park and you've like gotten able to know how the money farm works, you can add your own quirks and stuff to it, you know, like raised paths and such, or just, you know, add custom music here. But I don't know about that whole jukebox thing. That's really up to you. But yeah, section 4. Now this is the section that you can actually go wild with. As long as you have purchased these park expansion slots in the back, this is pretty much required. Now, I don't know about these. This is like kind of extra basically. But I will be purchasing this for my own sake. I can sort of afford this. I'm just gonna get these 4 here. And you know, that took me down a little bit with my budget, but it's all right because now in the future, if you want to make a great park here, instead of this ugly looking money farm, you know, you will have these park expansion slots kept with you when you transfer over. Very nice. So moving on, section 4. You can do a multitude of things. You can basically repeat what you did here with section 3, which is the 2 block wide coasters, or you could move on to 3 block wide coasters, which start with the dive coaster right here. And this is where like the prices really starts to go up in numbers, right? So of course I have the old variant and new variant, because I turned on the legacy items in settings, which is very nice. But I mean, if you want to just turn that off and just use the new ones with the nice mesh texturing and coloring, all that, that's up to you. Holy moly, look at that. Okay, just a little note here. Because it's 3 block wide, you're probably only going to be able to fit 4 coasters here if you want to keep your park compact. But because I have purchased these exterior slots here, I could extend it, so I do have access to this larger plot of land. But you want to make sure you have enough coasters that are 3 blocks wide unlocked. So for now, I'm just going to stick with 4 of these 3 block wide coasters. finishing up opening these coasters for, which is of course the dolls. Okay, I just gotta add it to the rides. Right now I gotta add the trash can, just like last time. Stalls and the decoration. And I think there was one other thing that I forgot to add in section 3, and that is the small little seats behind sometimes these guests use. I'm also going to set all the prices and go and buy them now. You can open this bar to start rushing. Okay, this looks pretty good. I'm just gonna buy this extra park slot just because I get some good amount of money. Here they come. So for this next section, I'm gonna name this the extra section because you have to grind overnight for, I'd say, 6 hours or more, because you want to have at least more than 500,000. Now I don't have that amount of money currently, but I'm gonna work towards that. But it basically involves putting every single ride you can fit into this section back here, and it's not going to be a roller coaster or anything that has like a lane. It's just going to be a pre-built coaster like this. Now before I make those, I just need to add these little coasters to the end, just like I did for this other section. Yeah, you should probably do a twister right here and a jumper on this end, because it just keeps it nice and compact, in my opinion. And yeah, that does mean the new twister. The old twister is a little smaller. As you can see, I've already spent a lot of money so far. That's like, I've spent a good portion of my $1 million. So now I just want to work on putting these crazy amounts of rides back here. You want to keep it generally mostly compact. Not super compact, but like the point where you can definitely put every ride out here. And it doesn't have to follow any particular order, just as long as, you have pretty much everything. Yeah, you definitely want to have the base evenly spaced out. Remember, you don't want to repeat any of the rides you've already placed on these sides, or else, your NPCs will notice. I'm being very serious, because they literally notice. Also, you want to point your entrances inwards for these rides. Wow, that is fairly expensive. Ew. Yeah, these last few ones, I would say if you have the money for it and you have the space, I'm definitely going to put one probably right here. Yeah, as you can see, it brings you down a lot. But if your money farm is decent, shouldn't be a problem. You will have the money ready for this. Anyway, moving on to this next portion, we're going to need to build the path. You want to make this decently slim. Connect all of the exits of your rides. But yeah, this next section of the park, you want to have these lines come straight out. Make it look decently uniform. I think I'm going to call this section the Rich Flex section. That's basically what it is, flexing your money. Yeah, you can obviously see I've gained some of my money back that I've lost. Very nice. There might be a problem. Make sure these paths are connected. you can start building the queue paths. Typically, you want to have the queue paths be decently large. So let's see, for this one, I'm going to move the queue path over here so it can be a little bit bigger. At least, you know, 1 or 2 studs out. Makes it look a little bit better. Almost forgot to add these. Yeah, don't forget the other rides that you've probably placed out here. Every ride should be connected. And once this part of the park is opened, there will be a lot of people, or guests, I guess you could say, running to. All right, and now I can open these up, and this big section should be almost complete. Now we gotta add trash cans and lanterns. And if you want to go an extra mile, put in, you know, your decoration. But this is your money farm. Not really the judge of that. Make sure you have trash cans evenly spaced, and, you know, set up around here so you can get that nice achievement and get the cool looking trash can. Because yes, it looks cool. If there is one thing that these people at this park are bad at doing, it would definitely be throwing away their frickin' trash. We got the trash cans, we got the lanterns, we got the queue paths, and the lights. Time to open it up. Now, if you do want to direct, you know, a slightly more amount of people to this other side of the park, you can always add extra stalls to direct more people if you want. But that's always up to you. I'm just gonna add some big old trees here. Now these do cost a fair bit of money here. It's like 3K, but it does take up a lot of space, and I don't know, it just makes the end of this park look pretty decent. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, this isn't really gonna do much, but I mean, if you want to save more money for when you reset your park, you know, when it's at like 2 mil or 3 mil or something like that, I mean, it's not really gonna make that big of a difference, but it does give you that extra boost in stars or popularity, whatever. I don't really know how the system for stars works in this game, but I do know that putting more, you know, decoration down, scenery, anything like that, it will make it look, you know, a fair bit better. This looks pretty good. You know, I don't have that much money right now, but eventually I'll probably get it up. But everything here is in action. People are going on the rides, and the money will start to flow in guaranteed, because we've done section 3, 4, and the extra for extra money farming using these extra rides that we've placed here in the end of the park. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. If you have any feedback for me, comment it. I will probably address it in the next video. But as you can see here, I have 5 stars. Look at that. I got a decent amount of likes from just letting it money farm, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching this epic episode and finally closing this chapter on this stupid thing that I've had to do for so long. I'll see you guys next time on Hunt.
You are marked. You are cursed.